Hey everyone, my name is Sean Durrani. I am a partner solution architect based here in Australia. Um, so at the end of last year, I was challenged by one of my awesome colleagues to start to think about how we could potentially re-envision affiliate links and how that could interact with agentic commerce. So the result of that experiment is this crazy screen you see in front of us. And I'm going to talk through this really quickly, but hopefully it all makes sense. So I think the basic outcome is that this idea of a uh, agentic affiliate pipeline. I know it's a bit of a word salad, but the idea here is that and social media platforms, content platforms do this right now where they're able to get a sense of what viewers are watching. And then potentially, like if you watch, a YouTube video, you might see affiliate links from that content creator that you can click, and then they can get an opportunity to get a rev share based on your purchase. So what I've done is try to put that together in a pipeline from left to right on the screen in front of you. Now, there's a lot going on. I'll run through it very quickly, but basically on the left-hand side of the screen, you have this concept of the video library. So this would probably happen behind the scenes. But what we're doing is going, okay, here are the videos that I am presenting as a publisher or content creator. So in examples here, I've got episodes of The Block from YouTube. On the right, in the next panel here, I've defined the products that are a part of my affiliate program. So we've got a couch, we've got a hammer, some sunglasses, and a hat. Now, this is the part that would probably occur behind the scenes, but I wanted to expose it. This is just kind of fun. And that is the idea of using a library to scan those videos and basically tag them with what is being represented in those videos against a common target. So in this example, I'm using YOLO World to find particular traits in those videos, such, okay, does the toilet show up? Does a sofa or couch show up? And hopefully you see where this is going. Okay, so in the next column, this idea of the catalog match. So what we're doing, and this is occurring real time for now, but again, you'd probably pre-process this, is that we're going through those videos and detecting whether there's certain items that Yellow World's picking up. So for example, people, is there a couch or a sofa, etc. And so what we're doing then is once we detect there's a couch or sofa there, is matching it to the affiliate link product that's stored in Stripe. So in this example, we've got the Lounge Lovers 3-seat sofa that's being associated with a couch that's being seen in the video. And the whole concept here is that we're building a profile of what the viewer is seeing. So I'm just tracking the exposure of the viewer to certain content and which product might weigh strongly for that viewer in terms of interest. So we can see we've got particular views of the couch that are aligning to that particular product. Now here's where things get interesting. Cool, we built a profile around someone. And now how do we surface this in a large language model? Now obviously you want to do this in a way where it's not interrupting the flow of a normal conversation in your favorite LLM. So two ways you could possibly do this. Maybe you have a companion app that works with the content creator that says, hey, you've been watching these videos. There's a bunch of themes around home renovations and moving and furniture you're interested in. Would you be interested in this affiliate link to this couch that we're providing via Lounge Lovers? You get a discount or a loyalty. That's one way to do it in an app. Another way, and that's how I've crafted it in this particular chat client that I've named Buffo GPT, which is based on LibreChat, is using an MCP server to basically say, hey, here are potential products that this particular individual would be interested in. But then we're taking it a step further and incorporating that into Stripe Agentic Commerce Protocol and utilizing Stripe to actually complete the transaction. So I'm going to run through this process. I've used OpenAI Codex to build this. I'm powering LibreChat with Claude Sonnet, and hopefully this will work. So let's run through this really quickly. All right, so we're there. Okay, I am moving house and need a new lounge setup. What should I consider? Let's see. Hopefully it all behaves itself. Cool. All right. So we've got a generic answer there. It's saying, hey, you should consider sofas, storage, themes. What's your budget? What's your timeline? Great. And that's what you would expect. That's an unaltered response from this LLM. Now let's take it a step further, assuming that like you've installed the MCP server related to your favorite channel or content creator. And so you've opted in to receive or to expose your information here for the purposes of recommendations and content affiliation links. So I'd really like a new couch. Do you have any options or recommendations? Right, so you can see on the right-hand side, we're making calls between the various servers involved, including Stripe as well. Awesome. Okay, so what has happened is the servers recognize that this user has been exposed to videos where lots of couches show up, and therefore we're going to surface an interest in this potential lounge lover's couch that has now been presented via the chat, along with the generic response. So now let's take that one step further from the agentic commerce perspective and see if we can complete the transaction just to buy that. Now, the assumption here is that my chat client already knows my payment method. So let's give it a shot and see if we can complete that transaction. So that couch sounds amazing. I'd like to buy it. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, we're making MCP calls, calling the backend LLM. Cool. So you can see that through the Agentic Commerce Protocol, we are generating a shared payment token via Stripe. And fingers crossed. All right, looks like the transaction's complete. So now this isn't fully agentic. I had to interact with this agent for it to occur. But you can imagine a situation now where this could be taken to be potentially autonomous. The great thing here is, as a consumer, I've been recommended something I'm interested in. And also, the content creator has been recognized for promoting this particular couch. And they will get recognition and revenue from that. So obviously, there's boundaries here that need to be respected and explored. But that's an example of like an affiliate link agentic pipeline. Again, this is just an experiment, something fun to play around with. Let's go have a look at that Stripe account and see if that transaction actually occurred. So we can go to the Stripe account, check the time. Yep, and we can see that transaction went through. Cool. So hopefully you found that interesting. I know it's a bit of a wild concept, but I think in the future, there's going to be lots of opportunities to look at how consumers and brands can benefit from data sharing between these platforms in a manner that, can benefit everyone involved. Thank you.